Trevor, do you want to run things or you want me to?
You're there. I'm not sure that
Yeah, no problem.
if you don't mind, if you want me to, I'm happy to.
I don't mind.
Don't want to set a precedent for any potential openings either. So why don't you do it?
Any potential, any definite openings. Let's leave it at that.
Whatever.
All right.
If we don't accept it, I mean, right? We can force them, can't we?
I know. All right, I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Like Troy usually does, we'll go around the room. I'm Marcus Benner, Recreation Director.
Jim Letney.
Trevor Redinger.
Raymond Tompkins.
Kelly Whitlock Burton.
All righty, and we're missing Karen and Troy. Karen's still in Pennsylvania and Troy's been super busy. Item 2, citizens' comments. I don't have any. Anybody else have anything? No. All right. Item 3, approve the minutes from 12/8. Take a motion to accept if everything looked good.
Move to accept.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I didn't see, guys. Who seconded that for the minutes?
I
Trevor.
did, Kelly. It's Trevor.
Okay,
Jim
thanks.
first, Trevor second.
Yep, sure.
And as long as you say aye, Kelly, it's unanimous.
Oh, aye, sorry, yes. Yeah, since I did the minutes, yeah, I'll say aye.
Yeah, not my best work. I think I'm gonna vote against them. I
Ha, ha, ha.
forgot to print off my director's report, so we'll pull it from the brain. Christmas light decoration contest went well. Pretty similar to numbers from pre-COVID, about 3 or 4 houses, I think, in a business. They were all great. The judges did a great job getting me the results in a timely manner. And Sam Moody at 1233 Main Street, I think, was the winner.
Yep.
Got himself $150 check from the Waldeboro Business Association. And 44
cool.
Madomic Terrace, Chris Blackman was second. We did some movie nights with the Waldo. We raffled off some tickets to Elf and Muppets Christmas. That went pretty well. We've still been advertising for them. They had a movie this week and a movie last week or the week before. I guess it was the week before because I was gone last week. And so we haven't given away any tickets. They've offered that as an option. I just haven't had the time to run a contest. So hopefully we'll do some more of that in the future, but they're still hosting movies. Pickleball has picked back up since the start of the new year. Our numbers, we were kind of dwindled in numbers where it's sometimes we'd have 1 or 2 and then sometimes we wouldn't have any. Sometimes we'd have 8. It was kind of erratic before, and now we have a pretty core group of like 4 or 5 that show up every week. So even last week when I was out, they showed up and played without me. So it was, and the church let them, which was great. So it worked out. Ski club's up and running. This is the 3rd week. Really low numbers in that. Again, I was out last week, so I'm hoping to get some more advertising out about it. But we've had, I think the first week we had 1 family go, and since then we've just had 1 girl go the last 2 weeks. So it's not even really a group. It's just a couple people. So really hoping to get the word out on that and build it up. The snowball.
I think the weather's gonna help you out on Saturday.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think it will. And the weather definitely hurt us the last couple weeks because it was cold on Fridays. And people don't like going skiing when it's real cold.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll turn around and we'll get some more numbers. The snowball usually likes us to have around 10 in a group to get the rate. They've always been great. They've never questioned us, when we send 1, 2, or 3. But I still feel guilty and I like to get those numbers up for them. K2 basketball is going to be starting in the middle of February, a little later than usual. But with gym space at a premium right now, it's the best I could kind of pull off. So we're going to run 6 weeks at the middle school. We usually run it at Miller, but they have desks set up for lunch. They have, instead of the tables that they used to take up and tear down, they have desks 6 feet apart. They don't move them. So that gym is unusable. So we're going to go up to the middle school. It's the only other gym in Waldeboro that has adjustable height for the hoops that allow us to bring them down so the kindergartners can make baskets. So that's going on. And then our first Little League meeting is Sunday of the new year. So starting to think about spring already. And then my biggest project of late, the ice rink, has been being used. I've had some trouble with it, with some leaking water and trying to keep it solid. But it has been getting quite a bit of use. And today was probably the best it's looked all year. So hoping to get it looking real nice, and then we'll get 2 feet of snow dumped on it on Saturday. So that's pretty much what I had for what's going on. So
Do we have lights?
I bought lights, and we tried to we were gonna put in like street signs and hang lights off them, and they tried to drive them in the ground and it was too froze. So John Dago was gonna come up with another idea. I guess he did, and then I was out last week, so he didn't do it. I talked to him earlier this week and he said we'll get on it. So I'm hoping, but I know they're preparing for the storm too.
Right.
So it's not up there on his priority list, but hopefully we can get some lights in. I have them. I just don't have any place to hang them.
So is it come up like a tripod type scenario?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know what he has planned, but
I know I remember reading something about you were trying to have a different type of access so you can get in there with a snow blower.
yeah. I have a lot of plans for how I want to do it next year.
What about this year?
It's
Do you still have to muscle it in, or?
I haven't had to use the snow
No, I know
blower yet.
that, but I mean,
Yeah,
do you have like a ramp arrangement? to
there's
get
not a
it in?
ramp. We only used 4-inch corrugated pipe to
Oh, okay. Yeah.
to fill it. So it's a real thin ice rink, and which is what has led to so many problems, different problems than trying to get a snow blower on it. So I think next year I'm going to go back to the boards, and I'll have to figure out a way to get the snow out. But the 4 inches of water didn't really work.
Well, what if
So
maybe you can do a ramp and then a
Yeah.
piece you can put on the other side?
yeah,
to-
yeah.
Bring
we'll
it
see.
in.
Or we just get I have a good group of shovelers. I haven't had to call on them yet. Maybe
Okay.
maybe next week. So if we can do that, then maybe it'll be many hands make light work,
Yeah,
and
true.
the boards will be better because we can get 6 to 8 inches of water in there. So I'm
Yeah.
not worried. If it does leak out a little bit on the bottom, you're not going to know because the ice is solid enough that it's not going to crack with a little bit of air pressure underneath.
Yeah.
This ice is so thin in places that when you get air under it, it just breaks.
Right.
And then you're driving skates through the liner and it makes more problems.
Right.
So it's live and learn,
Yeah.
when I did it at 80 gray, I did the boards.
Right.
I didn't really have a problem keeping it filled with water. I had a problem keeping the snow out and moving and getting the snow blower over there. I had to ramp it up into my truck, ramp it out
Right.
and all that. But having it here, having water access,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's made life way easier.
Yeah.
It's made it a lot more fun to work on too.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy going out there as long as it's not blistering cold. But
Oh, we can get that detail.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Ray, you're on the shoveling list? Is that what I heard?
I am not.
I thought I read your name, but no, maybe. Okay.
I retired my shovel.
Oh, you did? Okay.
You got a snow blower?
I do have that.
I gotta go get some gas tomorrow for ours so that I'm ready for Monday.
Well, it's good. It's being used,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's being used. It's been great. All right. We all good with my report? Any other questions, comments, concerns? All right.
No,
So
thank you.
moving to old business, community center update. I talked to Julie a little bit yesterday. So we're still in preliminary talks with the school about building behind Miller School, kind of on their property. She seemed to talk more like building something, building a facility that doesn't include a gym and then using their gym, which I haven't had a ton of time to talk to her about. But she thinks it's a good idea and a way to save money to start. And there'd have to be, she said something about a formal agreement with them about gym space and using, but we just haven't had that talk with the school. It's very preliminary with them, but it's still on the table. She also did mention, she said there was another location she has in mind, but she didn't want to mention it because it was too early. So I'll just let you know there's another location. I don't even know what it is. But she has something else up her sleeve. So she's kind of working on that, but that's where we're at. Not a whole lot for us to do on it right now. It's kind of wait and see. But once we get a location, things will ramp up quicker. But we're talking to the school and maybe another place about getting a spot for it. So any questions about the community center? I know it's not a huge update, but that's what I got. I haven't heard that much either. It's not something I work on a daily basis. It's kind of when meetings happen, I find information out. So. All right. 5.2 ice rink update. I think we already kind of covered that, but it's been going well. Just like I said, I got plans for the future. This year was kind of preliminary. And it's being used, which is more than it was last time. So. And then
Marcus, just,
yeah,
have you put that up on the sign at all?
no, I
Ice rink
haven't.
open?
Yeah, I always forget about the sign. I should do the sign.
No, it's where it's on site there. That makes more sense, I think, than most.
Yeah, no, it's
You know
it's a
what I mean?
great
Like-
advertising tool. I just always forget to use it, to be honest with you.
Or if it's closed, if it's not, it's
Yeah.
not suitable at the moment.
Yeah,
throw that up there
that's a
too.
great idea. I got to get some more signage out there. I got one sign that says skate at your own risk and the hours and stuff, but hoping to get some more signage out there. Like I'd love to have a sign that right by the rink that says open, closed, or because
Yeah,
there's
something like that.
there's times people have been skating on it and they drove, it was unsuitable to be skating on. But they kind of figured it out. They went over the spot that was rough, drove a blade down through. But then I've been trying to fix the problem, but one of the benches fell into it on that really windy, warm day.
Oh, yep.
It tipped over into it. So it's almost as long as this table, that bench is, and it's two lines in the ice like that thick of indents. And so I've been filling those with water and letting them freeze I think I finally got it smoothed over tonight after putting water in it all week. So they were skating around where the liner was showing through. But there's enough space that, around the
Right.
outside, there's 3 inches of ice. So it's
Yep.
pretty much always skatable. You just have to know where you can and can't go, which is
Right.
why I did that Facebook post today about, hey, try not to skate here. It's getting better, but I put my feet through it. I keep walking out there like, oh, is it safe? Kind of testing the waters, and it starts snap, crackle, and popping. And I've put
Yep.
my feet through it a couple times, not skates, but feet.
Right, right. So has it been advertised on Facebook?
Yep, yeah, a couple times.
Okay, but not to Trevor's point.
Not on the
On
sign.
the marquee.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Keep thinking, I don't know, but
Oh, yeah.
town office, I've always wanted a webcam out there, not to see who's out there, but kind of like what the state of it is, if people are using it.
Yeah,
You know?
that'd be fun, like a live feed. Ice
Yeah.
rink.
A live feed would be awesome. That could actually help bring some people in. Have you, is it known to the schools that this is available?
I don't know if I always send stuff to the schools, but I don't know if I did about the rink.
What about the ski club? Is that?
That's
known
That's been advertised to the
To
schools.
the schools.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I assume it has.
I might have sent that one to the papers too. I can't remember.
Have
I
you
try to
done
do
this,
it all.
have you done the ski club on the marquee out front?
No, I haven't used the marquee out front for quite a while. I need to.
I'm hearing a theme, use the
Yeah.
marquee.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'll try to get, Tanya's gonna hate me tomorrow because I'll be like, I need this, and this. As if she didn't
Well-
have enough to do. But
I wonder too, with the ski club attendance, Miller used to participate, I think it was fourth graders that they used to take over to
Yeah,
Snow Bowl. And I don't think we've done that in a while.
yeah. I had one lady call Monday or Tuesday and asked about transportation, which is something the school has done in the past, but we don't do. So I know that's a tough one for parents too.
Yeah.
Getting them over there at 3:34 in the afternoon. But we've always had a decent group. It's just kind of, I think we've run into some bad luck with weather this year, and I haven't, like I said, I was out all last week and I haven't had a chance to really gung ho advertise and get it everywhere it needs to be. So hopefully I can do that tomorrow, and next week will pick up. All right, moving on, 5/3/2022 plans and ideas. We touched on this last time about maybe some vacation break, Troy's idea for, vacation camps type thing. I talked about an outdoor movie night and some bus trips in the summer, maybe like a Red Sox game or something. But I don't know if anybody had any other ideas. I looked back at the video and it sounded like you guys wanted me to put it on this agenda as well, so I did.
Do you have, when you say vacation camps, are you talking about for like the winter breaks and the spring break too, or are you just talking about summer?
Yeah, no, that's what February and
Okay,
April breaks, like the kids get off school, but not all parents get off work. So
right.
some parents might enjoy having a week where they can, send their kids to camp because they have to work. But
I love that idea, but it sounds like the February one, we may not be able to do it for the February. 'Cause
yeah,
it's just like
yeah,
2
I just-
weeks.
it's been a few weeks. I haven't
Yeah.
really, that one's out. I know, but maybe we can talk about something for April.
You know what you could do, and this wouldn't be, you could do something with the ice rink for February, or the
Ski Club.
ski club. Yeah, thank you.
Yep. They actually,
That wouldn't be difficult for you to put together, and you could frame it as a, winter break
yeah,
camp
to
or
be-
something.
it'd have to be something with the ice rink, the ski club. They don't let us come on February break. They shut the group down that week.
Okay.
They don't allow groups to come during vacation time, I think.
Mm.
So, yeah, but we could do like a ice cream or a ice rink night type thing, or skate night or something, some music, some like burn barrel or something.
Could you do something in the daytime, or would that be too complicated with the traffic that you'd have, with town office being open?
I don't think it would be a problem. It's just, I'm not worried about traffic. It would just be people getting there. And it gets dark early.
Yeah.
So if people wanted to come at like noon, sure. I guess it's vacation, so they could, but yeah, and that'll depend a lot on the weather too, because if it's 36 degrees, the ice isn't going to be skatable. So, so. And to do a skate night, you would actually have to get lights up, which may or may not happen. So, all right.
I have a question for you about that rink, and I don't know if this is even possible, but is there a surface that could be put down on the top of it for roller hockey once we're out of winter?
So it's underneath the rink is crushed rock right now.
Okay.
And so I looked into that sports court stuff. They use it for roller hockey, pickleball, like they have different kinds of it. Basketball courts. It's like basically a Lego floor that you can lay outside. But it's like $30,000 for half of a basketball court. So it is expensive, but yeah, or just laying a cement pad or something back there. That's just a little more permanent than the town has authorized me to use. I know we got some other stuff going on in the town office about use back there. So I don't know if I'd get approval for anything like that or not, but
Okay, just a thought.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I've had some requests for some outdoor basketball courts too, so that area kind of crossed my mind. It just, I know they've talked about a EMS building and putting it back there or some other stuff going on, so I don't know if they'd approve it, but check.
How far into 2022 were you looking for ideas? Were you looking for beyond summer, or are we just talking about
Yeah.
getting through summer?
Yeah, no, I'll take anything. I write it all down, so.
But were you gonna do you're gonna do the full day camp again, right, in the summertime?
Yeah, full day camp is coming back. Hoping to build the numbers. We had 30 kids last year, so hoping to get up to 50 this year. And really make it a real camp. So. That.
I
So,
recall last year, we had talked about for winter rec ideas. One of the things we talked about was finding out if there's a way to rent equipment or use equipment from some of these land trusts that have, the conservancies that have the paths and stuff. There's a lot of them around Waldboro. And some of them actually will provide you, if you reserve it, with snowshoes or poles or things like that. Did we ever look into that anymore?
I sent an email to the Mid-Coast Conservancy about doing a snowshoe day in Waldboro somewhere. And I never got an email back, but I sent it to just their generic email on their website. So I'm wondering if it's just one that it was like, Mid-Coast Conservancy at Gmail or whatever. It was, wasn't, or info at Mid-Coast Conservancy, wasn't anybody's specific email. So I wonder if anybody checks it. I don't know. I don't have any contacts there. So.
Does
but-
anyone else? I don't have contacts there either. Do Jim, Trevor, Raymond, any of you guys have?
Is that like Hidden Valley? Is that included in that?
I don't know.
I think Hidden Valley is a separate entity.
Okay.
But I'm not positive. I know that we belong to it. I can.
I know that, I
can-
know Bambi and Tracy, so
I know-
if they're,
I know a
that's what you're
couple
interested in.
names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the most I didn't pursue it any further than that. I sent an email and never heard back. So it was in early winter when I was trying to build up some stuff, but that's when we ended up getting the movie nights and the ski club and Christmas light contest and ice rink all going. So
Yeah.
I kind of got busier than I thought quick. So I didn't worry about that one, but it's definitely something we can do. I just have to get in touch with the right people. I know they do them. I know they
They
do.
do, okay.
Yeah, they do
What,
snowshoe events around the area.
okay.
Just getting in touch with the right person.
Trevor, what do you think? You want to try or you want both of us?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll send Marcus, or I'll reach out to one of those
Okay.
two and see what's what.
All right, sounds good.
Marcus, have you thought about like doing something, taking a trip down to see the Maine Mariners or the basketball team down in Portland?
Yeah, I talked about doing a summer trip to like the Red Sox or something, but maybe a Portland trip would be easier for my first go around. So yeah, personally, I've started playing hockey the last 3 weeks, so Mariners sounds good.
I bet it does.
Yeah. So nothing like starting a contact sport when you're almost 32. But it's a blast. So I'll look into their tickets and see. And I haven't heard anything about Portland being or the cross requiring vaccines or anything. I know Boston did.
I know, I know. Boston.
TD Garden
Garden does.
did. So I didn't know about cross
I'm
because that could,
not sure.
I don't know, that could
Because they're
eliminate.
a Boston affiliate now.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Celtics.
So I don't know. I'll have to, yeah, the main Celtics, they play in, I don't think they play
Ex-
across, they play at the
Expo.
Expo or whatever they renamed
Whatever it's
it.
called now.
Yeah, it used to be the Expo. I think they renamed it. But yeah, Mariners or Maine Celtics or something. Sea Dogs in the summer,
Yeah,
something like that.
Absolutely.
yeah.
So.
And that's really, Those are all good takes
Oh, yeah.
and they're affordable.
Yeah, I know. That's why I looked just pre-COVID at Red Sox and it was, I think the cheapest tickets I could get even through the group rate, you're sitting out in the center field bleachers was like $50 a ticket.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get, if you split the bus 50 ways, as long as you can fill it, then that's another $50 a person. So you were looking at $100 a person.
Yeah, that's cost prohibitive for a lot of families.
It is.
But
And
the
your family of
Sea Dogs
four,
is
it's
good.
$400.
Right.
Yeah.
The
The
only
Sea
nice
Dog-
part
the Sea
about
Dogs
it
is a great opportunity. I love that. I love that park. Cadillac Field is awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
And they do a lot for the kids too.
Oh, yeah. We
They
took,
do.
I mean, you don't just sit there, you're participating
yeah.
usually all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, you can't even go get food during the half innings.
Right. There's something going on.
Yeah. We went to a game there last summer. It was great.
Yeah.
Their little second baseman hit 2 bombs. One of them went over the center field fence, like out of the park. It was crazy.
Wow.
Little guy too. I probably had 50 pounds on the guy. He sent up.
Probably, I think more than that.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
We're on video,
Sorry, folks. I shouldn't have said that.
If you sit on the third base line, you have that head on the swivel.
Head
Those
on the
foul
swivel.
balls.
No, you're right.
We went this summer when Chris Sale was there doing his rehab. And
nice.
it was his first outing and he was unbelievable. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Wow.
We
Super.
saw Chris Sale a couple years ago for our 5th anniversary. We went to a game at Fenway.
Ha, this was for our 18th anniversary that we went.
Oh,
How
And,
romantic is that anniversary at the?
For me, it's perfect. I love baseball.
I loved it too.
But I definitely spent up on those tickets. We sat right on the third base cutout there at Fenway. But
nice.
that was the same month they put in the net in front of it.
oh, yeah.
And so I was like, I had mixed feelings. I was like, well, you're not going to get Jeter like falling into the stands right where we are, but you're also not going to catch a line drive to the face. Because that third base at Fenway, it cuts right out. You're
Yeah.
almost in play. We were right there. It was awesome.
That's scary.
But anyways, moving on. Unless anybody has any more 2022 plans, but those are definitely,
Yeah.
I'll look for a couple of bus trips, snowshoes. Trevor and Jim are going to look into, and maybe an April camp and a skate night. I mean, that's 4 or 5 programs we'd be adding in.
Is
the
there
next 6
any,
months,
is there
so
anything you could do that would involve the river?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know what. I mean, I don't know if there's, I don't know. I just was, it's just so beautiful. It would just be nice to be able to use it for
Yeah.
an event.
Yeah, something. I guess I could talk to Abden about that. He knows the river pretty well.
Yeah,
Maybe he's got some
that'd be
ideas.
great. Yeah, Abden would probably have some good ideas too.
River tour or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, like what they used to do at Waldeboro Day, used to do boat trips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
No, it's true.
I have my own boat. I could come up in and get people. I would want Abden or somebody that knows the river with me. 'Cause
Oh,
have-
and you'd have to, I mean, if you're gonna put them on a boat, you're gonna have to sign some liability waivers, I would think.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
but perfect. Another great idea.
Well, those, those guys have done a lot, him and
Yeah.
Glenn
Melvin.
Melvin.
Yeah.
You could center it around an educational scenario.
Yeah.
They've done a lot of stuff to bring back the river. And it is it's a tremendous resource and vital to our community.
That might be a good thing to do during that full day camp. One of your events could be something on the Madombic with clamming.
Yep.
I mean, that's what we're known for. We've got the most active clam flats in the state. So, and Abden would be amazing with that. He'd be great with the kids.
Perfect. That's awesome. Yep, I'll definitely look into that. Awesome.
Well, this is fun. We get all come up with all kinds of ideas to give you work to do. I like this. Can we keep going?
I need it. I need the creativity. I'm not scared to try new stuff, but I always, I'm not the most creative person. I know I'm real good at what I'm doing right now, but I need to add.
It's a little think tank.
Yeah. Give me some ideas.
Kelly, it's
Some
a think
outside the
tank,
box.
Kelly.
So Love it.
Uh,
All right, we'll move on officially. 6-1. Troy pretty much said in his email to me that we can start talking about finding his replacement for a chair. And he wasn't even sure he was going to be able to stay on the committee. He's hoping he can, but he didn't officially step down, but he's mentioned it. He's
But he
just
has
told-
officially stepped down as chair, correct?
Yeah, he asked us to look into replacing him at least. So I'm gonna pull up the email so I don't get it wrong.
No, he did. He said that we needed to take care of that tonight.
Yeah.
Trevor, you can't see this because we're on Zoom and my camera's broken, so it's not working, but I'm looking straight at you.
That's okay. I'm looking at you too, Kelly. Well, you
No,
already
you're
got
not.
a job.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
I've already got a job.
Said you should figure out a new chair in my absence. I will make a determination on my availability to stay on the committee.
Yeah.
So he hasn't stepped down from the committee, but we need to find a new chair. So with that being said, I will take nominations for a new committee chair.
I would nominate Trevor.
I second that nomination.
Next man up. Let's take.
I already
the
have a
Belichick
position.
approach.
The president goes down, the vice president comes in.
Belichick approach. Next man up.
That is the order of succession.
I'll second it.
All right, Kelly
Ray
first,
beat you to it. Thanks, Ray.
seconds. Trevor, would you have a second and a third on this? Would you accept this position? Do you accept the nomination? I think that's how it
How
works.
long does it run? How long?
Yes.
So I think honestly, I don't think we've been doing it right. I think we're supposed to, the select board, they redo their chair every year, I think. Every July, it usually stays the same, but I think they're supposed to go through the motion and actually do it every year. So
Yeah, but isn't this kind of an ad hoc committee?
we're pretty relaxed.
Which means we could say that Trevor, you are the chair in perpetuity, always.
Yes, yes.
I don't like that word.
Wow. Kelly, I like that.
So
I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that to you, Trevor.
Yeah.
I'd say
That means you're the king, Trevor.
Would you agree to do it for a year? So
Yeah.
until the end of this year?
So when's your term up? I don't remember.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not sure either.
I've lost track. Was it
I'm
wanna
not the
say-
longest.
Troy? I want to say you're.
Trevor,
you might
yours
be
is up
in
next
July.
year.
Yeah,
Yours
next
is up,
year.
I'm looking at the website. Yours is up 2023.
But you're gonna re-up, so
And Karen and Raymond are up this year.
okay.
When am
So-
I? when
So
am
you
I up?
wanna? How about we
I
put?
don't want to get voted off the island.
Jim, you're here till 2024.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
you just.
Oh, so if we're really looking long-term, Jim,
So
Oh,
yeah, I think
God.
it would probably supposed to be till July 1st, but why don't we make it July 1st, 2023?
Yeah, there we go.
How's that sound? When you have to re-up to be on the committee, so you got a year and a half.
I'm willing to try it out.
Yeah.
Mrs.
Alright.
Redinger's
That's
not
all
gonna
we
be
can
happy.
ask. That's all we can ask. If Troy isn't able to stay on the committee, we would need to fill his slot, correct?
That's
Right.
correct.
Yeah.
So we could decide right now before we feel that the next person who takes that seat is the chair.
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of hoping for.
All right. So all in favor of making Trevor El Presidente?
I
Aye.
Aye.
All right. All right. Unanimous.
Captain by
No, that
captain.
was
With that-
4-1.
I disagree. I disagree. Agree to disagree.
Troy voted. Didn't he just call in?
Trevor, seriously, for the minutes, was your vote no?
6-1.
Seriously?
Troy's a yes.
All right. So I guess with that said, we need a new vice chair.
I nominate Jim.
Nobody's gonna nominate Kelly because nobody wants to do the minutes. So-
No, Kelly is safe.
I've already got a job. Well, who's not here? We can nominate Karen. She's not here.
Good. We could talk about it if, we could talk about it at the next meeting. We got Trevor in, so we don't
Yeah,
have to do a vice.
Let's wait
today.
till the next meeting and we could, because that way we'll know by then, I think, what Troy's going to be able to do.
Yeah.
Not that he would be a vice chair, but whether or not we're going to need to fill his position anyway.
Feels like Little League all over again.
What's that written across your forehead?
Exactly.
Hey, you were a top 3 Little League president that I've had, so
You've only had 3.
exactly.
Trevor, you're a town treasure. That's what's written across your forehead. Treasure.
All right, so we're good with that. So
So we gotta pick out do we have anything else?
items for
We just have
upcoming
items for
agenda.
next agenda.
So hopefully, we're looking end of February.
As far as date?
Yeah, I'll put the community center update on there again. I don't know if we'll have anything.
Yeah.
So are we looking at the 23rd then? Wednesday, February 23rd? That's the 4th Wednesday.
I'm out of town.
You're out of town.
Could you do it on the 16th, the Wednesday
Yep.
before that?
Yep.
Or we could, I mean, February's a short month. We could skip February and just meet on Wednesday, March 2nd.
Room availability, don't we have?
Yeah, if we're not meeting on the 4th Wednesday, I don't know if we have any. I'll have to talk to Paul because they used to have the fire meeting room and we had this meeting room, but they got rid of our kitchen and moved the kitchen into their meeting room. So they don't have a meeting room anymore. So they're here every Wednesday except our Wednesday night, which they didn't even know about, I guess, because we haven't been here in a couple months.
Oh.
So we're gonna stick with the 23rd and whoever can make it can make it. And if enough people can't make it, we can look at different nights. I know is Wednesday still the best night for everybody? I know it was when we started 4 years ago, but 3 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah, Wednesday still works for me.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah, at this point.
All right, so we'll stick with Wednesdays and we'll have to stick with the 4th. And if something else, if the 23rd doesn't work, we'll look at doing another night within those 2 weeks, or we can skip ahead to March. There's not, like I said, unless we get a big community center update, basically February, I'm gonna be wrapping up the rink, wrapping up ski club, and starting on Little League and pitch hit and run and all that. And I talked before about, we used to run a 5th, 6th basketball tournament. We ran that a couple times. I don't really see that happening this year. Just with gym availability and I know they've relaxed a little bit they were only letting so many fans into the high school games. I know they relaxed that a little bit, so I think we could get the fans in. But I don't know. I think just waiting one more year might be easier. If we
That's
Take it.
assuming things don't change.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's as they are right now, you could have a whole team get called
yeah.
out, and then you're changing the bracket morning of and reworking ref schedule. It's a lot this year. And I haven't had anybody bugging me to do it. So I think we'll postpone that till next year. And just really try to get K2 back up and running and go from there. So there's, like I said, that's pretty much February, but we'll plan on the 23rd, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, probably just push to March, if that's all right with everybody.
Sounds good to me.
Marcus, do you still send a team over for that, the Rockland tournament for 5th and 6th grade, I think?
Yeah, so Madomic youth basketball, they're the ones that have all the travel teams, And they
Okay.
travel, they have a budget and they travel all over the state. They do so many tournaments. So if Rockland has a tournament, I'm sure that their teams will go. But they're not my teams.
Okay.
Yep. So,
They usually do,
yeah.
or try to, because it's close and easy.
So I know Donald's the new rec director over there. I know it sounded like he was gonna have him. So, but he's got his own facility, makes it a little easier, a lot easier.
Yep.
So, cool. So we'll plan on the 23rd. Any other items for the agenda or?
I have just added the, the recreation director's report and then spring plans. That's all I put on here from what we were just talking about, but that's good.
Okay. Sounds good. So.
I
will
make
take
a motion to adjourn.
All right,
Second,
Kelly and then Trevor.
Yep.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right,
y'all have a good one.
stay warm.
Have a good one.
Take care,
Yep.
everybody.
Summer ready, Ray. Get that snowball going.
Yes, I will.
New TV.
Oh, God. All right.
My